There's a video going around about a young lady who is looking for her best friend that she had when she was younger. And she had done everything with her. They were neighbors. They were side by side. They did everything. And apparently this video was originally put out in like 2022, but it's all of a sudden popping off yesterday. Like there was a lot of views on it yesterday. And it made me think. I had a best friend that I had as a next door neighbor growing up, and it made me think about my childhood and my best friend. I didn't have the best experiences, though. It's crazy because I think about for all of the good times, I could sit there and paint all these wonderful times that we had together because we did. We just like we would do gymnastics together and we did all the park and recreation together. We went to swimming lessons together. We did a lot of things together. But she was kind of a bully. And there were a lot of things that she did that were just not okay for kids to do. And back then, again, here we go, 1970s, 1980s, there were just things parents put up with and said, you just go play, go play. And it was things like her mom would give me her hand-me-downs, but she didn't want me to have her hand-me-downs. And so she would ruin them before she'd give them to me in the bag. Or if I wore anything that her mom would give me, she would tell the entire school that my family couldn't afford clothing and I had to wear her old clothing. There was one time she took a beautiful pair of Mary Janes that her mom had told my mom that she was giving to me. And she took one of the shoes, pulled the inside sole out, threw it into the woods into a big patch of poison ivy, or at least she told me that there was poison ivy, and told me that the only way that I could get that is if I was to take all of my clothing and put them aside, and I had to go and get them without them, go get the shoes without them, or she'd get rid of the other shoe as well. And that stuck with me. That's one of those crazy things that sticks with you through childhood that, as an adult now, if I knew that my kids ever had that thrown at them, I would have gone nuts. But this is the stuff that happened. And our final parting was because she had a dog, and the dog was not a very friendly dog at all. And her dog was the kind of dog where they kept him in a doghouse the whole time. He was not a bring him in the house kind of dog. So he was always in the doghouse. And one day he got loose. We had a dog as well, but our dogs were not kept in a doghouse. And he got loose, came into my yard. My dog and him got into a huge fight because he was attacking me. And I'm to this day afraid of big dogs. I don't let them. I know how to control that fear, but I don't care to have a big dog myself because of this. I don't like being jumped on them. I still have this deep fear from that. And my dog saved me from this dog who was attacking me, and it was bad. I had injuries. My dog was barely alive. We had to have him brought to the vet. Because we brought him to the vet, the police got involved, and because the police got involved, they made my neighbors put down their dog. And the next day, I went to school, and everyone in the school had been told that I had killed her dog. And it was awful. It was an awful way to part a friendship. And that followed me all through, I believe that might have been in middle school that happened. Or maybe it might have been elementary. I don't remember. But I don't know that we were never really friends again after that. Now, flash forward many, many years later. Like we're talking many, many years later. And she finds me on Facebook. And she says to me, I think of you all the time. I think about how you were a part of all my favorite childhood memories. And I think of all the awful things that I did to you. And she apologized to me. And we had a beautiful conversation, and I sent her photos, and she caught me up on her life, and she didn't have any kids, but she wanted to see all the photos of my kids and my brother's kids. And she told me about her, her nieces and nephews. And we just had a wonderful conversation, and we made plans to get together, and then those plans fell through. And then we made more plans to get together, and then those plans fell through. And a month later, she passed away. She had diabetes. It was complications of diabetes. It was kind of a shock. And I look back on the fact that we were able to apologize to each other for the different things that we did. I was able to say to her, I'm sorry that your dog, that my family had a part in that. And she's like, no, as an adult, I look back now and I know why. You were right. Your family was the right to do that because he had attacked people. But at the time, it was an awful thing. And we, I went to the funeral, I went to the wake, and I saw her parents, and I got all the love that you would expect. Parents that watched you grow up all through your entire childhood. We were next door neighbors. We did everything together. And I got lots of hugs and lots of, kisses on the cheek. And they were so thrilled. They got to see all of my family pictures that I had sent to her. And she had been so excited to find me and make plans with me. And her mom made sure I knew how excited she was and that she'd shared all of my family's, history since the time that they were little. But yeah, it was a moment, and I'm trying not to cry right now because I'm thinking about it. But my point in this story is that we had that opportunity to make peace. We had that opportunity to talk and look back on our childhood as children, as grown adults, through eyes that were clear, through an understanding that we didn't have then. We are able to look backwards and learn from the garbage. There's gratitude in the garbage. And I am so grateful that I had that opportunity to make peace with her and to feel loved and welcome at her funeral. And I'm so grateful that I had her in my life. Even though there were a lot of really rotten things that happened during that time, I'm still grateful that I have those experiences to learn from. And so, yeah, I hope that that lady does find her friend. I'm pretty sure she probably did in 2022. I'm guessing that by now she did. But I'm glad that I found mine too.